Hey, it's Sherry, and I'm so happy that you're here. And today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm actually going to show you what my daily routine is like when it comes to after waking up and how I spend my time with the Lord. And I do get questions every now and then, like, what Bible do you use? What devotional are you using? And I thought, you know what? I'll just take a few minutes this Saturday and show you what my routine is like. And so if it gives you any ideas for your quiet time, or if you can give me some ideas, I would love for you to do that in the comments. But anyway, let's get started. Firstly, I always make coffee. And usually my husband is down before me and he's already made the coffee. And so I always have a cup of coffee for my quiet time. I also have my cat, who is the one who, she never goes upstairs when I'm filming my videos, but she always sits with me when I do my quiet time. So she's always with me. And I had two cats, as you recall. One always used to show up in videos, but she passed away on November 30th. And now I have Belle. And so Belle is also 15 and a half. And so she just never really leaves downstairs. She sleeps probably most of the day. All right, so the Bible that I use is the Inspire Bible, and it's the NLT version. And so a lot of people recommend the ESV. A lot of people do NIV, Message, the Passion. There are so many different versions of the Bible. But the reason I picked this one is, number one, I've had this since 2018. I think I have the date in here. 2018, I got this Bible. But I go through Bibles really quickly. And for some reason, I guess I'm hard on them. I don't know. But I have them in baggies like my other Bibles. And so this one was hardback. And so I really liked that. And also, it's an artistic Bible. So you can get the markers that are not the bleed through kind. In fact, I talked about them at Christmas when I did one of my favorite things. So I can journal and I can write with them and it doesn't bleed through. And then I also like that on the sides, there are lines that I can journal. I don't sometimes I will read a different book of the Bible for a certain period of time. I do underline a chapter, like if I, for example, okay, I'm just on this page right here, and so this is Acts 5, and so I underline the chapter number, you can see right there, so I know when I've read a book in the Bible, I underline it. Then I always have my journal, and I get a new journal for every year. Sometimes I have to go through two journals. My husband got me this for Christmas this year, but I also keep last year's journal with me, just in case I want to flip back and kind of see what was happening on this day last year. So I can just kind of go through and, just sort of see, hey, what was happening at that time? This one I started in September 28th. So that means I need to go grab the other Bible or the other journal, because I had one for the first 8 months of the year, I guess. So anyway, and basically in here, I journal, and I typically start every journal page off with, "Good morning, Lord." And I just kind of talk to him in my journal. I put my prayer requests in there. And so there's that. So anyway, my journals. And then I sometimes have a Bible study that I'm doing, or I'll have a couple different devotionals. So right now I'm doing She Smiles Without Fear by Katie McCowan. And so I'll work through, if I'm doing a particular Bible study. A lot of times I'm not doing a Bible study, a particular one. This time I just am. This one came out and I wanted, she's a good friend of mine, and so I wanted to read that. It's excellent, by the way, especially if you have any fear of the future. There are free videos at the end, so you can watch one a week. And so there's that. But I like to have, like I said, different devotionals, but this is one that I absolutely adore. I don't know if you have this. If you don't, you got to get it. You really have to get it. And just keep it on your desk or in your kitchen or with your Bible, wherever you do your quiet time. But this is by Ann Voskamp, and it's called The Way of Abundance, and there are 60 devotionals in it. But it is one that I really believe that you could keep going back to over and over. They're very short, but she is such an excellent writer, and just gives two thought-provoking questions at the end of each time. And they're like, it's just like 2 pages long, but just a beautiful writer, but really will make you think and really, really just kind of, have you go deep inside what's happening in your life. And so typically, I just got this for Christmas. So what I'm doing right now is I will first put on praise music and I listen to praise music. I love Bethel, I love Elevation, I love Hillsong. So I'll put on worship music comes out through the speaker and, put that on off my phone. And then just kind of get myself, prepared for reading my Bible, or doing my devotionals. And then what I've been doing is picking this up and reading, and then I'll journal after that and just kind of answer the questions and really think like what's happening. Like today's question, in fact, one of my stepdaughters was having some stuff going on at work, and I'm like, take 5 minutes, because I know she has this on her desk. I'm gonna take 5 minutes and read devotion number 5 because it was work related. And so, for example, today's questions were, where might God be working to soften your heart today in the midst of your work? And your work might not be work at the office, but it might be work at home or wherever it is for you. And then the second question was, where might there be hardness in your heart that is hindering your growth into the abundant life? So really thought-provoking questions. So there's that. And then I have a really fun one. If I am not doing right now I'm doing that one, but I do have this one. And my other stepdaughter, 3 triplets, stepdaughters, they're 36. The other one gave this to me on my birthday last year. It's called 52 Devotions for Cat Ladies. And she kind of laughed, when she gave it to me. She's like, I saw it when I thought of you when I saw it. But I'm telling you what, it's one of my favorite little books ever, ever, ever. So I might read a devotion in there. Right now I'm not, because I'm doing the Way of Abundance, plus I'm doing the Bible study by Katie McCowan. Then the last thing that I do is, where is it? Right here, is I have a little prayer book that my prayer warrior, Lucy Wilson, gave me a couple of years ago. It's called The Power of a Praying Grandparent. And it's by Stormy O'Mardian. And there are maybe, 100 and some pages in here, but there are prayers for your grandchildren, and you insert their name, and there's a place to journal. But I keep this, and I might sometimes, like this page right here, I have it highlighted, and then I put my grandchildren's name on the other side, or other little children that I might be praying for. And some are praying for the parents of the children. And so it's really, really good, you guys. It's so, so good. And then I probably spend, I can't tell you how long I'm there. Sometimes I'm there half an hour, sometimes I'm there 45, sometimes I'm there an hour, sometimes longer, usually not. Because then when I'm done, I then go and sit outside with my husband and have coffee. Although today I didn't, because it was freezing outside. It was like below 30, and I was like, I'm sorry. He has a heater and everything for me out there, but I have gloves, hat, all that. But usually I do it. Today I was like, I'm too cold. So anyway, that's what I do. And then when I'm done with that, so I get up about 6:37, usually more on the 7 mark. And then probably around 9 o'clock, I do a workout 4 days a week. And just online, and then I get to work. So I usually don't start to work till, of course I work from home, and 10:30 or so, 10:30, a shower after, all that. So anyway, that's what I do. And so I hope that maybe you found that helpful, and will encourage you, because you guys, life without Jesus is empty. It's empty, empty, empty. And if you don't know him, reach out to me. Put a comment in there. I'll call you. We'll talk about it, because I'm telling you, it's the only way to a joy-filled life. You can be happy. You can be sad in the midst of great grief and still have joy when you've got Jesus. So anyway, I hope that was helpful, and I would love to know what you do every morning. And so put that in the comments, and just thank you for being a watcher of my YouTube channel. And I'll be back next week with not another, because this was not a fashion tip, but I'll come back next week with the style tip for you. All right, so spring trends are coming up. I don't know if it'll be next week or not, but it won't be long. So anyway, I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.